My heart stopped for a second because I'm like, it's funny because the same problem happened when Angel was on the show where it wasn't recording. And I was like, oh, come on. It must be a Cleveland thing.
It must be.
What's up, guys? Amanda Smith here with Cayleigh Griffin, and I know how busy you are. So thank you for making time for me.
Oh my gosh, do not worry about it. I apologize for missing our first call, but it is, as you mentioned, just crazy time of the year, the season wrapping up for us. We're not going to be making the playoffs, so right now is like our big push. So it's been a little bit crazy, but always an exciting time when we're kind of wrapping up things, and we're starting to hit a little bit of a stride right now, which is awesome. Really cool to see the young guys really playing well, so it's exciting. It's fun.
Crazy is fun. Otherwise, it's boring. I feel you.
For
I
sure.
got you. So not only do you work as a host and reporter for Fox Sports Ohio and the Cleveland Cavaliers, but like I mentioned, you work side by side with former guest on the Amanda Smith Show, Angel Gray, and y'all are killing it.
Well, thank you very much. It's been a lot of fun working with Angel this year. I feel very lucky. It's kind of rare that you see two females together in a situation like that. Obviously, she's our sideline reporter, and I've been more of a hybrid host and reporter role, but it's been so amazing to work with her and kind of get adjusted to this new city, this new team together, just to have somebody to bounce things off of. You know, recently I was having a bad day, and she just knows right away. She can sense it and will come in, and she's hugging me, and like, I know what's going to make you feel better, telling me jokes and stuff like that. So it's been so incredible to work with her. She's amazing. I love the interview we did with her. She's one of my favorite people. She's become one of my best friends. So to be able to work with her and be in this environment together with her has just been so incredible. I feel so lucky to have this experience.
You know, I wanted to ask you about your guys' relationship because I always see you guys posting with each other on social media or posting of each other, hyping one another up. What do you think is the significance of having that kind of support and then in return being supportive?
Oh, it's amazing. And I think it's pretty unique actually to this industry and the women in this industry in particular. I've noticed it at least, especially in the NBA, just being in that world now for a couple years. Everyone is so supportive of one another. And it's amazing because this field is very competitive, but everybody just wants to see each other succeed. And that's really cool. Angel and I have a very unique relationship. And it's funny because I've had people ask me, like, are you guys really friends like that? And I'm like, yeah. No, she genuinely has become one of my best friends. We talk to each other nonstop. We love to hype each other up. I think she does an amazing job, and I know she supports me in everything that I do. And it's really cool. But like I said, I feel like it's kind of unique to this industry, and it's been amazing for me to be a part of and see that because I feel like anywhere I go with different teams, we have that unique relationship of being in this field together and knowing that, you know, we are kind of the minority in a sense, and to have each other's back, figuring things out and as we go, it's been so special and so cool. And I feel really kind of honored, and it's kind of crazy to think that I guess technically part of it, but
Yeah.
I love all of it.
I know, I love that because I feel like sometimes there's this like stigma that women can't work together or be friends and support one another. And so when you get to work and be around that, you're like, look, everyone, look at that.
Yeah, for sure. And I think there's always that kind of sense. And I think even when they hired the two of us, it was kind of one of those situations where people were like, well, are they going to get along? What's it going to be like? And I mean, we didn't know each other at all. We came in and we were kind of like, all right, well, let's see how this goes. But I knew right away, like, I was like, this girl's awesome. I know we're going to have a great friendship. And together, you know, this season has been an up and down one for the Cavs. So it's been really great to have someone just kind of keep me level headed and go through all these situations together. It's been awesome. And I have a friend for life now. And it's because of work in this industry. It's amazing.
So, like you said, first season with the Cavs, and in your current role, you get to work in TV, radio, and digital. And I feel like so oftentimes now we hear the importance of versatility in this industry. Having worked on multiple platforms, what do you feel are some of the skills that you've developed?
Yeah, I mean, it's so crazy because this right now, I feel like there is just such a trend of things moving digitally, and people get their content so much from social media. I know I go to Twitter all the time to get news, what's going on. I have all my Woj alerts going constantly. That's how I figure out things so much. So to be kind of personal, exactly, need the Woj bombs coming at me. So it's been one of those situations where I think, you know, as your career progresses, to be able to be put into different situations and kind of evolve in that has been so important. When I first started, I worked at the Big East, and they were just launching a digital network, and I was very new into it, and they put me in a situation where I was editing a lot, and then I was at the Spurs, and I became one of our lead producers and editors. And so on top of my job being the reporter, like I was the main person editing the features as well. And that's something that I try to tell people getting into this industry is you need to be doing everything, because especially when you're starting out, you're not just going to be put on air and that's the only thing you're going to do. And it's going to be a big part of what you do, but you need to be able to shoot. You need to be able to edit. And editing has become such a huge part of what I do. And I also kind of take pride in it, because as I've worked through even here doing features, people are kind of surprised to see me in our edit suites at the studio actually cutting up the features, but it's become so important to be this well-rounded person in the industry. So it's definitely one of the main things I tell people, especially coming out of college. I'm like, make sure you can do everything, because that makes you an asset to these people. These teams don't have unlimited money to spend on producers and stuff. You need to kind of be a full band yourself. So it's something that I take a lot of pride in, and something that I've kind of continued to build on as I've gone through these 5 years since I graduated college.
And I think that in a sense is what makes you unique, right? You need to find what sets you apart, and just having that skill set of I've done this and this just makes you, like you said, more of an asset.
Yeah. As you move forward in the industry, I think people like to see that you've been well versed in different areas, and it's so important to kind of have those experiences. And for me, I've always kind of taken and embraced the role of, if I'm in a situation, they're going to offer me to do it, I'm not going to say no. Like, it's another opportunity to continue to get better. And that was something that when I first starting, I was doing every sport, like swimming and diving, things I didn't know anything about, but I'm like, they're like, you want to do it? I'm like, yes, let's do it. And even here, I've had the opportunity to do a lot of AHL hockey, and I did a little hockey in San Antonio, but I haven't really done a ton of it. So when they gave me the opportunity, they're like, would you want to do rinkside for hockey? I'm like, let's do it. It's just another opportunity to continue to hone your craft, get better. And I don't think there's ever a time, or I don't see myself being too big for something. And that's what I think is so important in this industry, is to know that every opportunity is another chance for you to show what you can do and to just continue to get better. So for me, I've kind of taken that in stride, and any opportunity that they're willing to give me, I want to jump on.
Girl, that's a whole mood. Seriously.
That's how we got to do it. That's how we got to roll. We're only gonna get better if we continue to work. So
I would like to put some work song underneath this, but Okay, let's play a quick little game. I'm gonna give you a clue, and then you will give me the answer. This is Cleveland Cavaliers edition.
Oh,
so
God. Just
know that it all has to do with the Cavs. I think it's kind of easy.
Okay,
Suncat.
Suncat?
Yeah, that's your clue.
Suncat?
Maybe the opposite.
Moondog. Wow, I definitely wouldn't have gotten that.
Where you buy your lunch meat?
The deli counter.
Okay. Yeah.
What? Deli? Oh my God, you were getting a little tricky here.
I'm really trying to throw you off.
You're really throwing me off right now.
Okay, I really do think that this one is easy. This player's last name is included in the chorus of a Hathaway song most popularly referred to in A Night at the Roxbury. What is?
I have no idea. I have no idea what song.
Okay, don't you know the song What Is Love? Babe, don't hurt me.
Yeah.
You did great. Thanks for being a good sport.
That was really not easy. You really tried to get me, and you really did. So congratulations. That was good.
Thanks, but I'm trying to help you build some character.
Yeah,
that's what people say, I think, in difficult circumstances. Character. Okay, so we did have some good fan questions for you, so I want to get to as many as we can. Orbert _ sorry if I butchered that, says, what was your best memory while at Providence College?
Oh gosh, definitely my best memory was in 2014, my senior year of college. We won the Big East tournament. I had actually been on spring break, and I came back right when the tournament started, and we won the first game. I was on a plane, and right away I went from Providence down to New York, and I was there, and it was the first time we had won in 20 years. And we were on the bubble at that time, so we got into the NCAA tournament. It was like the perfect cat for me leaving college. Bryce Cott, actually, ironically, I'll show you the background. Oh, okay, hold on. I have some notifications on my phone. Um, the background of my phone is still Bryce Cotton when we won. I have not changed it since we won the championship. So that is by far my favorite memory of college.
That is awesome. And dedication to your alma mater.
I'll change it when we win it again, but we haven't. So 2014 is still the background on my phone. Yeah.
All right. Maybe 2020.
Fingers crossed.
Tim Rushi says, at what point did you become comfortable with moving around the country for your job?
To be honest, I don't even know. I didn't really expect it. I always, when I graduated college, was like, I'm just going to live in New York. Like, I'm from the kind of the New York City area. And that was kind of what I envisioned. And I worked in New York for 2 years when I graduated. And then the San Antonio opportunity came about, and I didn't think I was going to get it. But then when it was offered to me, I couldn't turn it down. There was just no way. I was like, this is a huge jump for me career-wise. I have to go. And so I didn't really even think twice about it. I had 2.5 weeks to move to Texas, and then I just went. And then after that, I've kind of been like, you know what, it really isn't that bad. This is what I'm so passionate about. And if this is the right move for me professionally, then I'm going to go. So I'm a little bit closer to home now, which is nice. A little easier for me to get back and forth if I need to. Yeah, which is super great. I'm very close to my family and my sister, so it's been nice to be able to get a little closer. But for me, it's kind of been just understanding that this is what's best for me in my career right now. And, you know, someday I hope to be able to move a little bit closer back to my family. But if the opportunity is right for me right now, I got to just go.
We're here. We're here. Okay. Steph Mards says, was this always the job you wanted to pursue?
So I think I probably around my senior year of high school is when I realized that that's what I wanted to do. I always loved writing. English was my favorite subject growing up. I played basketball and volleyball up until my senior year of high school, and my senior year is when I was deciding if I was going to play still in college. I was getting looks for both basketball and volleyball, and I didn't really want to play anymore, but I went on a bunch of visits, and I was going through it. And, you know, some programs I was like, you know, I could see myself here. But at the end of the day, I just was like, you know what, I really just want to go to college and enjoy the college experience. And I wanted to go abroad. There was other things I wanted to do. But at that point is when I really realized that I wanted sports to still be part of what I did. And there's actually an article somewhere from my senior year of high school. They did like an interview on me, and it was funny. It was like, where do you see yourself in 10 years? And it was like, having graduated from one of my top college choices and being an analyst on ESPN. Now, of course, my network path isn't necessarily ESPN anymore, because I think there's so many great networks, but just that was when I kind of knew that that's something that I wanted to pursue. So yeah, I'd say probably my senior year of high school. And at that time I'd started blogging for our local newspaper, and I was an intern in the sports department there. I'd go after practice and take the phone calls from coaches in the area and stuff like that and write the little sports blurbs. So I think my senior year of high school is when I really was like, all right, this is something that I want to pursue. And then I went to Providence. They don't have communications as a major. And I was kind of like, you know what? If it's something that I wanted, if it's something that after a year of being undeclared that I still know I want to do, then I'm just going to go after it full steam ahead. And it was. And I just love Providence so much. My mom went there. She played basketball there. So I fell in love with the school. And at the time, didn't really think about my major. But I was like, you know what? Doris Burke went there. There are a lot of people in the industry that went there. If it's meant to be, we'll make it work. So just kind of put my head to the ground and focus on internships and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's kind of my crazy path.
Listen, if Doris Burke went somewhere, everyone should go there. Like if she went to eat at McDonald's today, I'm going to go eat at McDonald's later.
Listen, I totally agree with you there. And it's funny because when I was in Texas, I think there was like a surge of people just realizing, some of the alums of Providence. It's a small school, like 4,000 kids at a time. And so Doris went there, I went there, and like Billy Donovan, the coach of the Thunder, went there. But there was some game that came up, like there was a bunch of Providence alums all around it. And I remember one of our interns being like, why haven't I heard of Providence College? Like, why haven't I go there? I'm like, it's not a broadcasting school. Like, we're not known for broadcasting. It's just come into it that a few of us really got into the sports media path, whatever, what have you. But it is funny now that I feel like Providence does get a little more attention because DB, the GOAT, went there. Love her so much.
And Cayleigh Griffin.
Maybe one day that'll be the who people talk about, but we still got a lot of work to do.
Final question. JMBus94 says, in your opinion, what's the importance of being able to accept critiques and criticism from employers or your colleagues?
Yeah, for sure. I think it is very important, especially in our field. It's something that I actually seek. Like I will go and be like, can you go through film with me? Can we talk about this? But that's something that I've really found very important. I've been working with a broadcasting coach, Jill Montgomery, now for probably a year and a half, and she's amazing. And pretty much what I do is I'll take my tapes from a week, I'll collect everything I've done, and we'll do a Skype or FaceTime session for about an hour, and we'll literally break down every single tape that I do, like every interview, every hit, everything. And she is like, all right, how could we have done this better? How could we have condensed this a little more? How could we have asked this question better? Is there a shorter way? You want to be more concise? There's just different things. And I can honestly say I've gotten night and day better from when I started working with her to where I am now. And I give her so much credit, and she's amazing. But I am such an advocate for asking for advice, asking for critiques. That's the only way you're going to get better. You don't know everything, and there's always a way that you can get better. So the more people that get their eyes on your tapes, the more people that help you, I think is going to benefit you moving forward. And that's something that I've really believed, and I've noticed an improvement in myself. I actually sometimes cringe looking at some of the tapes from like my first year in San Antonio. I'm like, oh my God, why did they even hire me? I sound horrible. So it's a huge thing. And I think for especially young broadcasters in the industry, but broadcasters, even as they're getting older, I mean, it's just another set of eyes, little things you might not notice, something that someone picks up. I think it's so helpful. And I know it's helped me tremendously so far in my career.
Thank you so much again for coming on the show. Thanks for watching my show.
Thank you so much for having me. I mean, I think you do such an amazing job. Like I told you before, you are killing it, and you're a perfect example of how someone can create their own content, make it their own, make it special, and you're doing something that people are going to take notice of because not everyone is doing this. You have a unique platform that you're doing it, and I'm very proud of you, and I'm so excited that I got to be on this show.
Cayleigh tried to make me cry before the show. I was like, can you wait until after?
Now I
did put a little makeup on today. So now it's fine, because now I can just go like, I'm so grateful.
That was the goal. That was the goal.
No, thank you. I can't wait to watch you keep killing it. And hopefully we'll get to meet in person someday.
Absolutely. For sure. That'd be great.
Okay, guys. For Cayleigh Griffin, I'm Amanda Smith. We'll see you next time. Proud of myself for doing that right on this episode.